everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we come with another game of Kinemon. This time we're going against Zoro. So this is going to be probably one of the most popular matchups that you're going to see, Kinemon versus Zoro, because these two decks are the most powerful decks in the current meta. Now this one was a very fun one, but it's a very close one, very close one. So hope you enjoy, and remember, if you do like our content and the way that we kind of present these One Piece videos, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. It helps us out a lot. Enjoy the games. So in this matchup, we'll be going against Zoro. Now, usually Zoro would like to go first, and we also want to go second. Because if we get the Okiku here, we're going to be in a really great spot. We don't get the Okiku, so the opponent gets a little bit lucky here. We don't get the Okiku even after the mulligan, and they started with the Nami. So our hand is going to be a little bit more awkward than it would have been otherwise. Man, this kind of sucks. This kind of sucks. I don't want to play... I guess we can play the Momo, and the opponent's just going to be able to tap it with the Nami, right? Which is a little bit frustrating, but that's okay. I think we have to just look for something here. We don't get the Okiku here either. So I guess we'll have to go for the Raizo. We could go for the Izou. It does rest it. It's just a little bit weaker to go for the Izou play. The Raizo is a little bit accurate because we're not going to have a lot of things that are going to be rested anymore. Let's go for the Izou. Let's go for the Izou. Unfortunately, no Okiku on turn 3 just completely makes us a little bit more vulnerable than usual. I'm okay with losing the Momonosuke here because I can potentially kill the Nami. Opponent goes for the Brook, which is a little bit of damage here. Here, one of your opponents just okay. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's just use the trigger on the Nami right away. We have a second Paradise Waterfall, so I think I'm okay with that. We can go for the Yamato. We could go for the Yamato, or we could also just go for the Izou. It feels, because like the Yamato is so good at like resting something that sits more. I guess the opponent doesn't really have a lot of things that sits on more, right? So if we go Yamato, it's gonna cost 3, and then we can still play the Capone. I think that's fine. So we go Yamato. Let's rest the Sunny. You're always gonna go for the Sunny first, by the way, because he can get buffed up by the Magras and stuff like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and develop the Capone. Just have a blocker. So by getting rid of the Wind-Up, it's always slightly better. There you go. Jet Pistol. We got the Jet Pistol out of the way. That's cool. You get to attack for another 5. We'll take it. This is the Okiku now. Go for Nami. What are you picking for Nami? Also, I didn't realize what they picked for Nami the first time. So here they got another Jet Pistol. So they got another Jet Pistol, so we know that this Okiku is not going to be long for this world. And the first time they got a Radical Beam. So we know 2 cards in the opponent's hand. We know they have Radical Beam and they have Okiku. Radical Beam and Jet Pistol. So they have Radical Beam and Jet Pistol, which is a little bit frustrating, but not the end of the world. I do really kind of like this Izou, to be honest. I think I like this Izou. I think it's actually important for us to just remove the opponent's units. We can still always play the Okiku, right? For just 3. Because I think the way that I want to play this matchup, I kind of want to lock them down. I'm down to play the Okiku and just bait out the Jet Pistol here. Get rid of that second Jet Pistol to set up our Kid and our Oden to be kind of like invulnerable to whatever the opponent does. So that another Jet Pistol will be 4. They can put the Dawn on the Oden. We can always just block. That way we actually have just 1 unit. Yeah, so I'm going to actually block here, because the opponent's going to go Jet Pistol on the Okiku. So I want to be able to block. By letting the Jet Pistol the Okiku, it gives me with just 1 unit, which allows me to actually play the Oden for just 7 mana next turn. There you go. Oh, they actually have both. Okay. So maybe it's actually just going to be Kid then instead. Just have a big blocker that the opponent has to deal with. Now that we know the opponent still has a Radical Beam. The problem with Kid is that we don't get the value from the Kinemon. If we play the Oden, no, I think it's probably better to play the Oden, right? I am kind of in a bad position here. I am kind of risking it, right? I don't have a lot of stuff. I guess we can keep the Paradise Waterfall. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just let them have the. I'm gonna have to let them have the life. I wanted to kind of control them a little bit, but I think we need to start actually chopping at their life now that we have the Oden on the field. Opponent gets the white beer. That is a big hit. So we'll take it or we go for the Paradise. Yes, we'll take it. That is a big hit. That is a big hit. I think we might be in a bad position because our blockers don't do anything anymore. We do have the kid that gives me a blocker. We can go here and play the Raizo for 2 and then the kid for 7. And that still gives me 1 mana for Paradise Waterfall. Sure. So let's go here. Then we play the kid blocker. Yeah, I can't attack here because obviously it's a 7. If we keep the Paradise Waterfall, we should be okay to save the Oden. Yeah, I think I want to bait the opponent into attacking with Whitebeard. We know they have a Radical Beam, remember. I wanted to attack with the Whitebeard here. They might try to commit a lot to try to kill this Oden. Oh, okay, so the 3K, do you have a second? You have a third jet pistol? They might have a third. Okay, no, they're just gonna go. Okay, yeah, they're gonna go here. They have a second Vista. So they have a second Vista. Or I guess they can just do it like this. This is a 2K. Yeah, so that's a 2K. So if we Paradise. So we Paradise here. And we can go up to... Yeah, we're going to have to just go like this. We're going to have to use other 2K counters. I think having the Oden on the field is too important. The problem is we might just straight up die here. If the opponent has exactly Magra... If the opponent has the Magra or something else, we might just die here. To the Nami plus the Vista. Okay. 6. 5. That was your mistake. If they actually went 1 more higher here, they could have actually gone through. But they didn't. I don't think we actually survive anymore anyways. I guess we have the blockers. So we have the blockers. We can go... when it has Radical Beam, it's going to give it 2K. So it is going to give it 2K. So we're going to have to go up to 4 here. Because the Radical Beam is only giving 2K because the opponent still has 3 life. Radical Beam gave 2K, opponent forgot about it, and that's their own misplay. Yep. Yeah, they're not used to having that much life. I want to summon both blockers, so I'm going to have 3 here that I want to play with. So, I'm probably going to have the pistol as well, right? So, I want to go 1, 3, 5. So, I guess at this point, we're just going to go Vista. Yeah, the people forget about that, right? We can go Nami, just draw the 1 here. We can go deploy here, put a down on this one, and then just chill. Force the opponent to have another Vista. We have the Punk Gibson. People forget about Radical Beam, right? Only doing 4K when you have less than 2 life. So we baited out the Radical Beam there. We can rest one of their characters with the Punk Gibson, right? The opponent's going to go for it. We can go for the Punk Gibson now, but I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I think we can just... It kind of feel like a shoe. I guess we can just block, right? We can just block as well. If the Punk Gibson is probably better now, so that we can rest their Sunny. They probably have a Rush Zoro that I need to be careful with. I'm going to go for the Punk Gibson. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Punk Gibson here. Rest their Sunny. They only have the Zoro left. We still have 2 blockers. They're going to get rid of the Raizo. They only have enough for... They only have enough for Zoro, right? Like, they could have the Rush Zoro here. I probably should have blocked, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe the block there was better. Because the Raizo will allow me to draw, right? Yeah, the draw was probably better there than taking it. I was thinking that I wanted to just let that go, but I mean, these cards are gonna not do much here. Yeah, the Raizo will have given us a lot more value because these blockers are gonna not gonna be blockers anymore. I need to be able to somehow clear their board. We have Oden plus, and we have 3 attacks. I guess, can we get lethal here? No, the opponent still has too much life. So we want to be able to use the Oden ability. Can attack here. We might keep all these counters, to be honest. I need to have both blockers. I think I need to have both blockers because of the Rush Zoro potential. We're going to go 3. Let's go Bonney. Let's go Bonney. Okiku. We could play the Izou and kill the Gordon. Or we can have another blocker. I kind of like the blocker. I kind of like the blocker here. It allows me to be able to go ahead and do, like, just attack here with the Sunny. I can restand this, right? That's 8. Let's go here. Push another 9. Play the second blocker. Give each one of these 1 down. End the turn. We have 3 blockers that the opponent would not be able to get through, even with the Gordon. And then next time we have Lethal because of the Oden. We also have 3k counter here. Opponent could draw the best. Okay, it's just going to be white beer. Okay, so they're just going to go for the white beer. We're just going to block here, right? The problem is that the blockers are going to get removed. Can we get to it? So they have 3 cards. They have 1 card, so they could have Radical Beam. 3 cards, 7. So this is 7, this is 9. This is 11. And the Oden only gets up to 9. The blockers are going to just die. We're going to keep 2 for Punk Gibson. Yeah, the blockers just died to the new gate. I guess I can force them. We can go to 9. We can go to 9 and force them to use their cards. They had the second Radical Beam. Okay, so they had the second Radical Beam. It makes it a little bit more awkward because now I feel like I shouldn't go for life. We have 2 for Punk Gibson. We can go 1 on Oden. Have 2 blockers plus the Punk Gibson plus the counters. So we can go here. 9. I am giving them a lot of cards, right? I'm gonna go for the full lethal. I have 2 blockers. One of them gets rid by white beer. Opponent's gonna have 3 attacks. We have Punk Gibson and 5 counters. So I have 9. You get rid of 1 blocker here. Makino puts this up to 5. So they have 3 big attacks. Remember, 3 big attacks, right? They played it smart by attacking with this guy first. But they don't... I think I just played a 2k, right? I just played the 2k here. Start with the 2k. They could have the Rush Zoro. They could have 2 Rush Zoros. They have the 2 dons on the white beer. I want to be able to use one of the blockers on the white beer attack because that's a 13 attack. So as long as the opponent is not able to remove one of my other blockers, I think we're fine. Yeah, I'm gonna block both. So opponent can only do 1 Rush Zoro, right? The white beer needs to attack to get rid of the blockers. Opponent needs to attack with white beer to get rid of the blockers. And we still have a second blocker. And then we can block the Zoro with the Punk Gibson. Because the Zoro can only go up to 8. Because it's going to be 3 plus 2. And they're done. Yeah, so I think we win. I think we win now because the opponent doesn't have enough to be able to beat us there. So, yeah, the new gate goes. We block. We chill. Opponent plays Rush Zoro. 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. And the Punk Gibson gets us to 9. Yeah, choose no targets, and that's game. Ooh, we got there. That was super, super close. We had just enough counter power, right? We had the double 2K and the 1K, and that got us there. So, GG's. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that game. It couldn't be any closer, right? I think, honestly, the fact that the opponent, the Zoro player, was playing double radical beam, seems like they had a more defensive style of Zoro. And obviously, the double white beam was also very scary, but I feel like it slowed them down a lot as well, right? It kind of allowed us to be able to kind of come back and survive. We did get very lucky. It came down to us live having 0 life and 0 cards in our hand, but that's the power of this deck. Opponent played it really well. They correctly attack with Gordon first to kind of dodge the Punk Gibson value, right? But we had enough blockers that it was just great. You know, it was just great. We just kind of kept in track how much power that we're going to have, and we were able to kind of go from there. And that was even a game where we didn't get Okiku in turn 1, right? Usually when you go second, you want to get the Okiku in turn 1 and kind of get value from there. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed today's game. If you did, make sure to like this video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. So yeah, that way you can track on all our gameplay. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.